As part of We the People, celebrating 250 years, here's This Day in History.
Countdown to America's 250th birthday next summer. We're sharing our We the People series, the people, places, and things of the past that have shaped our country to what it is today.
Hello again on this day, January 3rd, back in 1996. Wisconsinites and visitors to the state began funding the construction of the new Miller Park for the Brewers. The funding was part of state legislation in 1995. The bill included a $250 million preliminary budget for design, construction, and development. It also allowed a 0.1% sales tax to be added to help pay for the stadium in Milwaukee. The bill also required any Major League Baseball team who used the facility to contribute to youth sports organizations every year, and required general seating in the stadium to be smoke-free. Construction on what is now American Family Field was started November 6th of 1996. The stadium opened 5 years later in 2001, bearing the name Miller Park, a name that it held until 2020. That's This Day in History for January 3rd. For We the People, I'm Charlie Shortine.